respected guests, the dignitaries on the dais, and all who have gathered here. A warm evening to one and all present, as we are gathered here today to witness the performance, the classical dance performance of Odissi. I welcome you all on behalf of the Cultural Coordination Wing. A sensuous and a lyrical dance form that is considered as a dance of love. It touches on the human and the divine aspects of life. Now, before we go for the lecture and the performance, as a token of our respect and appreciation, I humbly request our Vice Chancellor, Professor Tarni Karasu, to kindly honor our guest, Ms. Paulami Guha, with a bouquet and a shawl. May I now request Professor Sri Kala to kindly provide the welcome address. Over to you, ma'am.
Honorable Vice Chancellor of Pondicherry University, Director, Culture and Cultural Relations, the Registrar of Pondicherry University, the Deans, HODs, faculty, other officers, scholars and students, a very warm and pleasant good evening to all of you. Today we have this program, a lecture cum performance by an eminent dancer, Ms. Paulami Guha, and this program is promoted by the Center for Cultural Studies and Development, a socio-cultural organization which is based in Delhi and NCR. They in fact promote Indian cultural forms and traditional values. They also document different research studies. They work in this area of promotion, basically this promotion of cultural values. They promote several performers from different areas. It's not just from the dance, it's from all other areas. So this program is promoted by ICCR and organized by the Cultural Coordination Wing, Pondicherry University. Now the program that we are going to have here, I do not have to give a lecture because an eminent personality is sitting here who is also a teacher, a high-skilled teacher in performing arts. But then still, this is an ancient form of classical dance, which is in fact, which was basically performed in temple in the eastern coastal state of Odisha. As we all know, these different traditional art forms previously were performed in temples, and not everybody had access previously to these classical forms especially. It is so nice that it has now started coming onto the stages everywhere. You would also get to see a Bharatanatyam dancer on the street. So this is something good that has happened. And like any other forms, as we know, like Bharatanatyam or any other forms, this art form was also suppressed during the British rule, and there was good protest from Indians, and now we are in a state of reviving all these art forms, including the folk dances and folk culture forms. So we are going to have this program and talking a little bit about the eminent personality that we are going to see here, Ms. Paulami Guha. She is a trained Odissi dancer from the beginning. I just went through her biodata. She is not just a dancer. She is a nice teacher. She does researches. She is part of her documentation. She is also the founder, member, secretary of the Center for Cultural Studies and Development. She has been in the field teaching and promoting art forms for about 2 decades. So I think the rest she would perform here, rest we would see. I also find that she is a Hindustani vocalist. I do not know whether we will get to see that today, but we will be happy if we could hear one charana or whatever. She is going to perform. She'll be starting with the Mangala Charana. That is an invocation, in any classical art forms, and she has this Ashtapadi from Gita Govindam, which we know it. In Bharatanatyam also we do this, and she would end with a bhajan. So this was just a gist about what we are going to have here. This is not just a performance; it's actually for these young talents here, our students. She is so happy to have us here to shake a leg with us. So it's not going to be very tough. All of us, I was just joking with the Chandrika madam. It is a chance for us to jump. Any of us, all of us can come here and take a step in Odissi. So we can do that. Now we are on behalf of Cultural Coordination Wing. We are very happy to welcome our ever supportive Vice Chancellor of Pondicherry University, Professor Tharani Karasu. As always, he is very supportive. He is relentlessly in the pursuit of in this welfare of this university, not just as Vice Chancellor. We all know him even before that. He is continuing it. So we are so happy to welcome you to this program. Now, we have the Director, Directorate of Culture and Cultural Relations, Pondicherry University. All of you know him. He's a well-known critic and a well-known professor of English. But then you would have already seen this. He's also a self-taught painter and artist, a portrait artist actually. I don't have to say anything more about it. So he had this as a surprise. We actually did not know. We were so happy, and he just completed it at a stretch in a few hours, is what he said. I know Madam is so happy with this. We are so happy to see this. I think this is the best memento or gift of today. Thank you, sir, for this. We are so happy to welcome our registrar. He silently supports us always. We have this advantage of having 3 teachers at the administrative helm of administration, because they know, that it's so difficult for us to stand on the stage, and this is not our cup of tea. We find it very difficult, so they personally take interest. Sometimes they'll come down from their office and see where are the files, and they do this because they would have done this earlier, like us. So we have this advantage, and the registrar also does it. He would personally ask if everything is done, should I come and see? We welcome you, sir, to the program. We have all our deans and other officers, director and officers here. And we welcome all of you to this wonderful evening. All other non-teaching staff here, we welcome all of you. And the students and scholars, we welcome. I think I should give a very warm welcome, a very special welcome to Madam here, Ms. Paulami Guha. Madam, we welcome you to Pondicherry, a blessed place. You would have already experienced the vibes of Pondicherry, and also to Pondicherry University. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Madam. Now, I humbly request our Vice Chancellor, Professor Tharani Karasu, sir, to kindly provide the inaugural address.
Good evening, everyone. Respected a guest who is going to perform today a classic Odissi dance, Ms. Paulami Guha, our Honorable Director of Culture and Cultural Relations, Professor Clement S. Lodis, our Registrar, Professor Rajneesh Bhutani, and Cultural Coordinator, Professor Srikala, and Deputy Cultural Coordinator, Dr. S. Subbulakshmi, and respected deans, directors, and faculty members, students, scholars. Good evening, everyone. So today we have assembly here to see or to observe and to enjoy the Odissi dance to be performed by Ms. Paulami Guha. So the cultural programs, actually, as you know, now it is in a professional life, they view it as the extra or extracurricular activities. But it is not so. Students should take it very seriously. The culture is the part of life. If you see the sustainable development goals, what we are talking about today, so students think that you can sustain only with mobile phones. You can see whatever the extra time you have, you are sustaining with your mobile phone. That is wrong actually. You have to have a different part of life. In a home, there is a hall, there is a bedroom, there is a kitchen, there is a toilet, all those things. Like this, life should be different aspects. And students nowadays have also have the problem of how to manage their timings. When we wake up also we see with mobile, when you go sleep also we see with mobile. This is actually is not only with you, with us also. How to deal this, the occupation of mobile phones 24/7. So earlier we were not that much perfect attending anyone in our life 24/7. But now we have become the 24/7 mobile phones. So this is also enter into not only personal, our professional life also. So why I am bringing this issue is the culture we have started. It is, you may be seeing is different culture we have, different civilization we have. But every civilization, though the professional life is there, then there is we are segregating into different parts. The personal life, professional life. In personal life also there should be some portion we have to allot for the culture and cultural events also. So this is the reason in our university also we have the cultural program. Being the 9,000, approximately 7,000 students to 7,500 students. So I expected that more students will be there to enjoy this program. Anyway, I thank all the students who have assembled here to view this. So in this, when I scroll now, this Odissi is very old. I don't know how many of you know. It is 2 BC, you can say, before Christ it started. Still we are continuing in this. So we have to thank the Odissi classic dancer like Ms. Paulami Guha, who are taking this the dance to the next level, and they are the people who are taking care of the culture also. So our cultural coordinator mentioned the British people have not supported this. It is not only British, even Mughalais also they did not support this. So these are the two period our culture has taken into different dimensions, but still interestingly it exists. But the present generation also should, even though there is no Mughalais or the British people ruling, but the present students, they should think about these things. What is the reason why this has been brought into our culture, and why is more than 2,000 years it exists? What is the effect of this? So this is a different music class, and the science of music, and then the psychology of music, that is different. But still, a common person, as a common person, we should also think what is the role of this different type of dance, different type of cultures, and what is the role of this, how important it should be. So for a common sense, you can also, when you read, when you do the professional work, your the tension will generally go high. Whereas when you see this, hear the music, and when you see the cultural programs, your tension will go down. So that means this is the reason, simple reason they brought the cultural program into our personal life. So in this, the reason only we are arranging these different cultural programs. And when you see this, most of our Indian culture, whether it's a Bharatanatyam or Odissi or any Hindustani music, all these things, we can divide into mainly two things. One is the divine reasons, definitely it is divine, and also the another thing is the traditions. What are the different traditions we have to follow in this? And mostly, if you see this, the divinity will be always be there. That's why even the Odissi, it is most of the thing it is performed in the temples. So when we see the performance, we should also relate. When madam is performing this, it is not only the seeing the understanding the music or dance and dance movement, and we have to also what is the reason behind this. So I could able to see there are different course also, the performing arts also they have a different course on this. There is a in-depth meaning of this for a different level of mindset people, they can understand different level. So we have to, as a student, you are all intellectuals, you have to take into different understanding, and there we can, instead of only seeing it, please observe it. What is madam is trying to convey? What is the real meaning of this? What is how it can be linked to the so-called sustainable development goals. So these are all mentioned in our culture already. So we are not able to link this with the present generation, present curriculum. That is our present problem. Otherwise, in our culture already well established that how to live, how to lead the life, what is the real, how to live the life without affecting the ecology, environment, all those things well defined. So one form is this dance form. So different form, there is literature and different forms are there. Dance is the one of the form which conveys the message. So I am really thankful to our Odissi classic dancer Ms. Paulimi Guha to agree to give the performance here, and also thank our cultural coordinators for arranging this program, which will be very useful for the students community especially, and then of course the teaching and non-teaching community also. Thank you one and all.
Thank you so much for those inspiring words, sir. And it is very explicit that sir could have very easily said that this is a classical dance form and there are many things that keep him busy and occupied in the office. He could have said, please carry on, I am engaged with something. But there he shows the commitment and he is here part of this program, indicating that there is a need to understand and secure the culture. Very nicely he quoted also the SDG goals behind that. And yes, thank you so much for all your support that you have been extending to us, sir. May I now very quickly request our Director, Culture and Cultural Relations to kindly give away the special address.
Respected Vice Chancellor, Registrar and our cultural coordinators, Dr. Sri Kala and Dr. Subleshmi, and of course the chief guest of today, Paulami Guha, faculty from our university, invited guests, research scholars, and all those who are interested in art and dance, and students. I am very happy that at a very short notice this important program has been organized, and a very distinguished dancer is with us. It is not a mere dance, that would linger in your mind for some time and then will go away. But this is going to be with you forever because this is a lecture cum dance program. She would demonstrate and tell you what are all the things that you have to observe when she is dancing. That is more important than anything else. Sir, our Vice Chancellor has pointed out two important things. The first one, as far as our students are concerned, cell phone has taken much of their time, and there is no other way to overcome this kind of weakness, I would say. And the use of cell phone among the youth has become such a big thing that now we have introduced one new phobia into our already existing phobia. This is called nomophobia. Nomophobia means no mobile phobia. A fear, is getting created in you when you think that suppose I am not having the cell phone. If I lose my cell phone, what would happen to me? And in fact, even when I am talking to you, my hand automatically goes to my pocket, whether my cell phone is intact or not. Otherwise, I will be losing everything. That is one thing that we cannot do away with, I understand. But at the same time, you should also give equal importance to our culture and art. When that invitation came to me, what you must have observed in the invitation is the time when this is going to take place and where it is organized, if at all you are interested in dance. But being an artist, my eyes went to that portrait of Madam that has been there in one part of the invitation. Then I thought, how can I do it, because I have only 4 hours time yesterday that I can give for my art. Then that 4 hours I did not get up. I did not drink even 1 ounce of water. And I did not concentrate on any other thing. Just sat tight and completed the picture within 4 hours. And this is the one that you have just now seen. That is the interest that you have in art. And I do not know how those 4 hours have gone, because I am using only one small pen as a tool for completing the entire picture. And I will not go for any other devices, because I am a self-learned artist. And I do not know about these artistic devices or tools. And I have got my own way of communicating with art, and this is one such one. Today is August 6, and today is celebrated as the Transfiguration of Jesus Christ. Transfiguration means it is one way of becoming another person, and Jesus did it. In the Bible we are reading that he took 3 of his disciples to a hill. There he asked the disciples to wait in one corner, and he went on praying to God. And when he returned from that place to take away the disciples could see that this man has been transformed beyond recognition. They are not able to see their old master again. He seems to be entirely a divine kind of a being. And how this happened? It happened during the prayer time, and so many things go with it. How spiritually that you can transform you into another person. A magician transforming a parrot into a rabbit. You might have seen it. This is also one kind of transfiguration. But what Madam is going to demonstrate today is also a kind of a transfiguration where the dancer totally forgets herself and takes a new avatar. Therefore, I think that we have chosen the right day for this beautiful performance that we are going to witness. And when you go through the novels, yesterday I was just, kindling my mind and tried to get at least a few novels where dance happens to be the main theme. And in English literature, or Indo-Anglian literature to put it precisely, There are many novels written by well-known novelists keeping dance as the theme. And I think that I will be failing in my duty if I not mentioned a very famous work called A River Sudra by Geeta Mehta. And Geeta Mehta has come out with this wonderful novel, and this novel has been written entirely in a new way. That means 5 short stories make this novel. It is not a novel from the first page to the last page, but it is so captivating that you can finish off the entire novel at a sitting. You will never keep the book down. So entertaining and so fascinating is the book. I am going to tell you roughly. Don't think that I am going to take much of your time, because you are more interested in witnessing this beautiful dance, and I am also interested in the same way. Therefore, I will not take much time from you. Here we come across one notorious thief, and he is also a wayfarer man, highwayman, who used to rob off the people if they are rich, and he will go on horseback with his own team, and nobody will escape from him, and his name is Rahul Singh. And in the same city lives a very famous dancer, and you know that there is a group of people called Devadasis. They will devote their entire time and energy for the promotion of dance, but everything is spiritual and it is devoted to God. And there is a very famous dancer, and Rahul Singh knows about her, and he has also seen her portrait, and even without seeing her, this robber has fallen headlong in love with her. So his intention is to rob her off from her mother, because she has no father. And usually these Devadasis will be called to perform dance in an open theatre. That is in the middle of the city, in the city bazaar, they will perform. And in olden days, currency notes, jewels, sometimes rings will be thrown as soon as this dance, according to the performance. And if the performance is so good, they will be able to collect lakhs of money from the beholders. The same thing is happening, but unfortunately, when she is doing the dance, there is a commotion. There is a big commotion, disturbance. She never expected. Even the mother has not expected it. Suddenly, Rahul Singh, out of nowhere, comes inside the crowd, and when the crowd comes to know that he is Rahul Singh, people run helter-skelter, and they all disappear from the scene. No police can manage him. The next scene, she is being kidnapped by Rahul Singh. Rahul Singh takes her in the horseback and goes to the forest, and there she is kept as a prisoner, at least for some time. But this prisoner is a much sought after one for Rahul Singh, and she has been provided with every kind of facility. Not only that, the female attendants are large in number. They are also surround her, and they tell her so many things to her in order to woo her towards this man. After all, this man is not actually a born smuggler or a thief or anything. It is the circumstances that made him as a burglar. But he is not a born thief or a mischievous man. To that extent, they try to explain it to her, but she is not willing to listen to all these sort of discourses. And in fact, he was once an army man. But unfortunately, so many dreadful things happened during his absence in his own village. His property has been confiscated by the relatives, and his kith and kin have been killed by them. And that is why he has become a burglar. It is an accident. It is not his will, deliberate action on his part. Therefore, whatever they say, she is not listening. And this man also goes to her and tells her so many things. We have been husband and wife for a very long time. In previous births, we have been husband and wife only. But all these type of talks, she does not, willing to listen. But afterwards, the man thinks about one particular thing which would lure her to him. Very simple one. He goes to the market, buys 2 anklets which they used to tie on the feet. Because for a long time she has been deprived of that pleasure. Every dancer likes it because that is the passion. And he knows it. And she goes there and she is not gifting it to her, but he simply places in one corner of the cave and goes away. The moment she comes and understands that this man must have done it. Anyway, it is a praiseworthy gift. She can't expect any other gift other than this one. Immediately she puts it on her feet and starts dancing. And now Rahul Singh comes. Now, don't you remember that we have been husband and wife from many births? And immediately she says yes, and then they hug each other. Why I am telling you? Because it is the mere anklet, and this is the representation of the entire dance form. This has united them. But after that, the story is big. If I go on telling you the story, then actually the entire evening will be spending over the story. I stop here, but my intention is just to tell you this important fact, how the lovers are getting united in this particular novel by the sheer anklet. Isn't it? And again, they have introduced Paulami Guha Madam to you, but 2 things that she has been doing that has struck me something very, very, interesting. And she is a postgraduate student in social science, editor, dancer, and she has got a big history. And in fact, when I was reading this biography of Madam, I remembered the memorable words of Wordsworth in one of the sonnets, that we have got only eyes to wonder but lack tongue to praise. We have eyes to wonder because such a rich biography, but I can't praise her because even in English words are fewer in order to praise such a great and fantastic artist. Well, passion is to go to different countries, meet the representative of those countries, administrators, and get to know about their cultural values and how much importance they are giving to culture and who are the distinguished artists in those countries. And she has covered nearly 30 countries so far, if I remember right. And all the interactions she has with these heads of the countries, she puts it in her own journal. She has been editing a journal, and these are the things that comes in that journal. And not only that, so yes, her interest is to instill this particular art in the minds of the youngsters, which she can do because she is a trained one, a professional dancer. And this is the difference between us as an artist and she as a dancer. If somebody asks me, sir, you are doing well, you are drawing well, teach me that art, I used to tell them that, sorry, I can't teach you. It is not at all possible. Why? Because I myself, I am not an artist trained by anyone, and if I teach my own methodology, you start like this and finish stuff within a few hours, means nobody can experiment it because it is beyond their imagination, beyond their capacity. I have been a gifted one, that is a different thing, but I can't teach. But whereas she can teach, and her interest is to instill this on the minds of the youngsters and make them understand that this particular art is supposed to be the best of all the arts. Because there is a quote that there are shortcuts to happiness, dancing is one of them. And in fact, people say there is no shortcut to happiness. But here the author says there are shortcuts to happiness. What is that shortcut? Dancing. You will be able to get that kind of an intuition when you watch the performer doing well. I think the same feeling you are going to get in another 15 to 20 minutes. Thank you so much for this opportunity.
Now very quickly let me invite our registrar, Professor Rajneesh Bhutani, to kindly felicitate you.
Thank you, Dr. Subbalakshmi, and it is going to be very, very quickly because after listening to the great artist speaking about the other artist, I don't think we should make this shortcut being little longer cut. So I just take the opportunity to thank the organizers, Dr. Srilakshmi and Srikala and Subbalakshmi, for arranging this, and I thank the students. In fact, I should congratulate the students who are here today to witness this lecture cum demonstration performance by Ms. Paulmi Guha, because I would say you are the chosen one. You are going to be really, be enriched going back while you came here, and while going back you'll find the difference. In fact, let me just take 2 more minutes because listening to the book about the story which Professor Klima was telling, it also reminded me another book. I will not take as long a story, just 1 minute, because that is about the life-changing capacity of dance form, and particularly the Odissi. And the book which I was coming to my mind was written by one Odissi dancer called Pratima Bedi. I don't know how many of you have read that book, but that is one of my favorite books. This is called Time Pass. She was a model, she was a film artist, you probably be knowing, but by chance she happened to see a dance performance by Guru Kelu Chandra Mahapatra. And that changed her life completely. She dedicated herself to the Odissi dance form. She became the exponent in the Odissi dance form. Not only that, she went on to establish a Gurukul Nrityagram in the outskirts of Bangalore for the Odissi dance form. So this is the power of this dance form, and that is why I said that all of you, those who are here today, are the chosen ones to witness this by the expert like Paulmi Guha. And let me again congratulate all of you, thank everyone, thank the Vice Chancellor, thank the Director who is there today to give a message that the university takes such cultural performance very, very seriously. So thank you everyone, and enjoy the evening. Thank you.
So let me hand over the stage to our guest, Ms. Paulami Guha, the eminent classical Odissi dancer. We are definitely happy to have you here today, madam, and the stage is all yours. We are waiting very eagerly to witness this performance. Thank you so much for giving a very warm welcome to me. It's a great pleasure for me to be here, and I would like to thank Professor Shrikala, Professor Subbalakshmi ji, and other dignitaries present over here, Vice Chancellor Sir, and Director Culture, for presenting such a beautiful gift made by you. It's really nice. Thank you so much, Professor Bhutani. This program is a part of the cultural outreach program of Center for Cultural Studies and Development. The acronym is CCSD. So this organization has been promoting the different forms of performing art, not only dance, but as Madam rightly said, we do a lot of research studies. We do workshops on even on the Haveli Sangeet. I think you have not heard about this form of art. This is music, like you know about the Khayal form of singing, Thumri, Dadra. All these forms have actually have been originated from the Haveli Sangeet. So this is a rare form of music. So we work on these, we make a study, research study on these forms of art, which are very rare, and we present it before the young students. So our main target audience, I would say, are the youth, because you are the people, the university students, the school students who can preserve our rich culture. So this program is a part of the cultural outreach program. Though I am here
on my personal tour. So I have been requested by the president of CCSD to conduct one workshop, and over here, not a workshop, but this cultural outreach program. So we likewise we do a lot of workshops also, 3 to 4 days, even 6 days workshops, and not only in India, in different countries abroad also. So as Professor Shrikala ji has already introduced about my first dance piece, so right away I started with the performance. So this was, students, Mangala Charan. So Mangal Acharan, yani when we start something like when you come, you had a anthem, university anthem, when you begin this program. Similarly, when we begin our dance on stage in a traditional way, we begin with Mangalacharan. This is an invocatory dance piece. When we enter the stage, that is called Mancha Pravesh. When I entered your university, one student came to me and said that, I think she's here, from Odissi, from Angul. Yeah. I'll tell you to come here and just do a few steps later on, not now. So she's from Odissi. What's your name?
I'm Sneha.
Sneha, okay. So Sneha has learned Odissi dance, and this dance form was actually performed in the temples. We all know that all the classical dance forms actually originated from the temples. Now talking about the Odissi dance was earlier performed by Maharis. Like in south we have Devadasi, in Odisha we call Mahari. Mahari means the Mahan Nari, the respected lady. Maharis used to perform the dance, Odissi dance, only inside the temple, but that time it was not known as Odissi. Actually the light is coming so much on my eyes, that's why I'm standing there. So the Odissi dance was not known as Odissi at that time, it was known only as a Mahari dance, Mahari Nritya. So they used to perform only inside the sanctum sanctum of Jagannath temple in Puri. And another group of people called Goti Puo. Goti means one, Puo means boy in Odia language. Goti Puo were the dancers who dressed up as girls, used to dress up as girls and do a lot of gymnastics, acrobatic movements they used to perform in villages. They still perform, although there are very few groups left, but there are still, no Maharis perform now, but many Gotipur groups are there who still perform, and they also perform in the festivals. So the present Odissi form you see today is actually the Gotipur and the Mahari Nritya. That time it was known as Mahari Nritya, the Gotipur Nritya. So Gotipur boys were very tender, like they used to start from a very tender age of 5, 6 till the age of 11, 12, till they attain the puberty, they performed Gotipur dance. And many gurus like Guru Kevicharan Mahapatra learned from Guru Pankacharan Das. So Guru Pankacharan Das is the father of Odissi dance, and he was a Gotipur dancer. So the Gotipur dancers, they taught the generation of, say, the 1950s, 60s, Priyamada Mohanty, then Kumkum Mohanty, there are many dancers. Indrani Rahman first introduced Odissi dance outside Odisha. So earlier, as we all know that from the respected families, nobody used to, nobody used to prefer to learn dance or send their daughters to learn dance. So they were the people, the dancers who promoted the classical dance from very respected, educated family. Why? Because as our dignitaries, they gave in their address, they told us that the dance, not only dance, but the art form, it gives us the First of all, what? What do they give? The joy, the happiness. That is what actually we need. And in the present time, in the corona time, you have seen when everything was completely shut down, we were sitting at home, what entertained us? Or I will not say entertain, but what brought the peace? It was the art, right? In the form of any form of art, the dance, the music, the instrumental music. So it is a very creative way to keep oneself happy, and I would say that our purpose is not to make you, not to prepare you an artist, but to teach you how to respect the art. And the self, it generates it promotes the self-esteem, and it's a very good way to also to what is required nowadays, the mind. So it balances the mind and the body. So it is the art form is especially the dance form is a very creative way you can boost your physical fitness, of course, the self-esteem, and also the mental alertness, which is very much required nowadays. So for the mental well-being also, we have done a seminar also recently in 2022 on how the art form, different art forms like dance, music, even the visual art, how it promotes and keeps us, helps for the physical fitness as well as the mental fitness, mental well-being. So it is a therapeutic, and why I'm saying dance, because dance has literature, okay, literature, music, it's the complete body is moving when you are dancing in a rhythmic manner. So dance is everything, all form of art is there. Now talking about the historical part of the Odissi dance, it actually it's as old as the 2nd century BC. You can find from the relics, from the archaeological monuments, remains of the archaeological monuments in Odisha. Udayagiri and the Khandagiri cave of the 2nd century BC, if you have visited, you will see that the relics are still there where the dancing figures you can see. And these dancing figures actually are from the these monuments are of the 2nd century BC. So we say that the archaeological evidence of Odissi dance says that the dance is the 2nd century BC. And all the classical dance forms, the 8 forms of dances, I think I don't have to say what are the 8 forms, you all know about it, right? They follow one text, that is Natya Shastra. Natya Shastra, you have the students of theatre, faculty of theatre, yes. So I think you also read the Natya Shastra, you have in your curriculum. So Natya Shastra, written by Bharata Muni, again 2nd century, and as you know that it was written in a long period from 2nd century AD, BC, AD. So it's a long period, it's not only written by Bharata Muni, by his sons and the disciples. So dance is a part of Natya Shastra, but not only dance, because Natya Shastra covers so many, the big gamut of our Indian culture. So afterwards, Abhinay Darpan was written, where you can find particularly about the classical dance format, where you can have the the Abhinaya, all the things which are required to be a good dancer is mentioned in it. Then another book called, if I say about the Odissi dance, it is the Abhinay Chandrika, where you can find about the Brahmaris, the Charis, the body movements of the Odissi dance, the basic gestures. And I must mention here that the Hasta Mudras, which we do in classical dance forms, are from the Abhinay Darpan, written by, do you know? What? What is the name? Abhinav Gupta.
Nandikeshwar.
Nandikeshwar, right. Nandikeshwar, yes. Abhinay Darpan. So Abhinay Darpan, Nandikeshwar's Abhinay Darpan, the Hasta Mudras are written in how many numbers? Because in Natya Shastra there are many. Because that hastas are used in theatre, in dance, everything. Now, Nandikeshwar divided into two, Sanjukta, Asanjukta, in how many numbers? Can you say, anyone? Girl from the Odissi, student? I forgot your name. Sneha. Sneha, can you say? How many hastas in Nandikeshwar's Abhinay Darpan? Asayukta and Sayukta? Right. Asayukta are 28 and Sanjukta, very good, 23. So these mudras are used in classical dance. Okay. So shall we do some mudras now? Huh? After that we'll move on to the next item. Hasta mudras, like this is the hand. We call the first one is pataka. Okay, the flag. Pataka. Now this pataka can be shown in many ways. How can you show that? First, me. You. Go away. Come. What else can you show? Everyone, right? Everyone. Yeah, by using both hands. But the hand is pataka. So we will, now we have segregated into two, that is single hand and the double hand. Okay, so the single hand mudras, one name has many meanings. So it will take a long time if I explain so many, the classifications. So we'll just go through all the hastas. So patak, tripatak, ardhapatak, kartari mukha, mayura, ardhachandra, aral, sukatunda, mushti, shikhara, kapitha, katakamukha, katakamukha, suchi, chandrakala, padmakosa, sarpasirsa, Mrigasirsa, Singhamukha, Kangula, Alapadma, Chatura, Brahmara, Hamsasya, Hamsapaksha, Samdamsa, Mukula, Tamrachura, Trishula. Okay? Now the Sanjukta Hastas or Samyukta Hastas. Anjali, Kapotha, Karkata, Swastika, Dola Hasta, Pushpaputa, Sangha, Shivalinga, Kataka Vardhana, Kartari Swastika, Sakata, Shankha, Chakra, Samputa, Pasa, Kilaka, Matsya, Kurma, Varaha, Garuda, Nagabandha, Khatva, Bherunda. So these are the Hasta Mudras. What are the names? First, single hand is called? Single hand is called, the name of single hand is Asamyukta or Asanjukta, it's same. And the double hand gestures? Then you have the different, the names. So this is the Hasta Mudras. Now let's do something with these mudras. Okay? Just see. What can we do? Well, anything, anyone. Like we can start with the Kapitha, which they all can understand.
From the shape only you can see that it may be a small bird.
Yes, a small bird. Okay, so that hasta is a Kapitha hasta, the single hand.
Small bird.
Now, if you want to make a feather, so you have to use the Alapadma hasta, again a single hand. Okay? Now, if you want to show a bird with a tail, downward, yes, with a Tripataka hasta. So you can see that I'm using one kapita, a single bird. Okay? And this. It's the bird. Eagle bird. It's this. Eagle. Garuda. What else can we show with the Singhamukha? Yeah, animal head, Singhamukha. But you can show the deer also with it. So with the movement, with the mrigas, now we show this. Like in gates, if you show the deer, it will be. So, yeah, the running deer or a jumping deer. So this way, using the mudras, there's so many things. For this, we need a workshop. So there are so many things we can do using the Hasta mudras. As it is the temple of Lord Jagannath, equally Lord Shiva is being worshipped for a long time. The Shaivit tradition is practiced over there. Even Buddhist, that's why we have Buddhist tradition, that's why we have the Dhauli. So very near to Udaigiri cave. So different rulers ruled the nation, and with their kingdom flourished different cultures. So Batu Nritya, Batu dance is a pure dance form. Now we have to understand there are different three forms of dances. One is Nrit, then Nritya, then Natya. So Natya I don't have to explain because you are doing, Natya means Nataka, the theatre. And Nrit is a dance which is completely pure. We don't do any abhinay in it. That is a pure dance, Shuddha Nritya. So Batu is a Shuddha Nritya. And when we say Nritya, that means a dance which has expression to show, a bhava, in a rhythmic way. That is called the Nritya. So Nrit and the Nritya and the Natya. So Batu is a Shuddha Nritya, where we show the different sculptural postures of a dancing girl. Okay, so the postures that we can see on the temple walls. So what are they? I will not show you the full item, but I will show you part of it. The different dancing movements using the the instruments. And what are they? Veena. Okay, Venu, flute, then Mardala, a pakhavaj or Mardal in Odisha, we call it in Odissi dance, we call it a Mardal or the pakhavaj, okay, and the Manjira, okay, Manjira, the cymbal bells, and the different poses of Shringar, Alasa. So you can see all these postures in Batu Nritya. So I will show a part of it, not the whole. So, I would like to tell you about the different postures of the Odissi dance now. You have noticed me sitting like this. This is called the chauka. Now, this chauka position, how do you take this chauka position? By placing one foot, then opening it from the back, keeping the hand in right angle. It's choke. Why do we call it choka? Because the shape is of square. And this choka is actually the sitting posture of Lord Jagannath. The second one is Tribhanga. This is Tribhanga. I think you have seen me doing the Tribhanga choka in this particular. Like when I take this is Tribhanga. Okay? This is Tribhanga. This is Tribhanga. In Tribhanga, we can keep the one foot flat or on toe or even the hip. So it depends on how we take the movement. So this Tribhangi, you can see the bending of the head from the waist and also from the knee. So deflecting the body to 3 parts is Tribhangi. You have seen Lord Krishna in the flute in a Bhangima Bhangi. This way, he plays the flute. This position of Tribhanga from the Bhangima Bhangi of Lord Krishna. So first is choke, second Tribhangi, third. This Abhanga position you have seen in the museum, dancing girls. Have you seen? Yeah, the Harappan civilization. So that position is Abhanga. So chauka, Tribhanga, Abhanga. So in Abhanga again, it is normally on the toe, sometimes on flat, and on the hill like when we do the Vasant. I will show you the Vasanta Pallavi in Pallavi. The step, this is Abhanga, this is also Abhanga, changing into. So this way, these postures are the basic postures of Odissi, and apart from that, we have different like the Alasa or this. Very common postures of Odissi dance you have seen. Okay. So now I will move on to the next dance piece, that is Pallavi. Pallavi is again a Shuddha Nritya, but it has a different meaning. Like Batu I explained, it is Batu Nritya is pure dance, but you have seen, though I have shown you the Take Dha Dha, the beginning part I showed, that Sthai part is being played till the end. In between, there are small dance pieces, we call it Khandi or the Arasa. Like Ta Ka Jham, Takit Jham, Takit 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 Jham Ta. It is Khandi because it's small piece. Now if we do it in a longer way, like stretching it further with few more bowls and the steps, that is called Arasa. These are all the basic like ABC of Odissi dance. So I'll show you that. You have seen one Khandi. ABC of the dance are the steps. Then the words of the dance are the khandis. One line sentence or two line sentence of a language. Similarly in dance it is the arasa. This is how we can explain. And by stretching it further, we make big, the dance pieces in Shuddha Nritya like Batu you have seen. Now in a Batu, I was telling you that Batu is also called Sthai. Why? Because the music which is being played and being sung by the musician, it is only the Sthai part. No Antara, no Sanchari. Okay? So only the Sthai part is being played and sung. So that is why it is called Batu Nritya or a Sthai Nritya. Now next time when you see an Odissi dance performance, you can relate to this today's program and your mind will be clear to understand the dance better way. So now the Vasant Pallavi. Now Pallavi meaning is Pallavit Hona. Yani when a bird slowly it opens up and becomes a flower and it looks beautiful. Similarly the dance begins with a slow tempo and then it ends with a faster rhythmic tempo that is called Pallavi. So now the next item which I am going to present is based on Raga Vasant. That is why it is called Vasanta Pallavi. That now mostly Pallavis are again have the Abhinaya part. I'll show you a bit of it. So first the Vasanta Pallavi I will.
Namaskar.
This is the Vasant Pallavi, the most shortest Pallavi I could, select for you for this Legdem program. But normally for any dance performances, dance recitals, we perform Pallavi at a stretch of say about 12 to 15 minutes maximum. And this is the smallest one and the basic one as we go through the teaching process of Odissi dance. So now you have seen me in this attire, which is not complete actually. Why can you say? Yes, right. Dahiya. So this is the artificial flower. Since this is normally even for Legdem we don't wear the costume, also normally we put the practice costume. But I thought to come with at least the dance costume. So Dahiya you have all seen, thanks to the internet, that it is the Dahiya or the headgear. It is made of soul, very delicate. Normally we carry, normally I carry on my hand. I don't rely upon putting it in the bag or in a big. Some dancers they put it in a big container and then the luggage bag. But again it takes a space. So normally I carry it on hand in normal carry bag. So it's very delicate, and this symbolizes the headgear. You see the petals. This symbolizes the lotus flower of Lord Jagannath. And the middle one, which you can see, it's simply put like this. That shows the tower of the temple of Lord Jagannath. Okay, so it has a significance like that. So it looks also very beautiful with proper dahiya and a costume. So normally the spectator or the connoisseurs, they get attracted with the costume of the dance first and then the dance. So dance in Odissi is basically divided into two body parts. One is from the head, you have seen, from head to the waist, and then from waist to the feet. Equal weight is given to the two parts of the body. You have seen that when I was moving, so from the head to the waist, it was moving, but the lower part was doing its work. That is the footwork. And the upper part was moving. So that torso movement is very much vibrant in Odissi dance. It is a graceful dance. Normally, people get attracted with the grace of Odissi, very elegant movement. At the same time, we also do the faster tempo, the aggressive movements of the dance. Guru Pankacharan Das is the father of Odissi dance, and later on Guru Kelucharan Mahapatra, you all know, the great Guru, and Guru Devaprasad Das. These three doyens of Odissi dance actually preserve the dance form for the next generation. And traditionally, all classical dance forms were transmitted from Guru to Shishya. Nowadays, even when I go and do some scholarship, scrutiny of the scholarship examiner holders, I see that some students, they come prepared. If I ask, like, from where have you learned? No, I have watched this item on the internet. Means somebody has recommended, some guru has recommended, that's why she's appearing. But apart from them, maybe guru doesn't have the time, busy with their performances, she will follow the internet, Google and the YouTube, and come prepared by just watching the internet and perform the dance. So that is not fair. Actually, though the Guru Shishya Parampara is not there, but still one must have a proper training, as Sir rightly said. Proper training is required. Visual art may not be taught, but for dance and music, you should have a guru, a teacher. So this dance form began with the temple rituals and the performances, but later on, the dancers from the educated family, they promoted the dance. Guru Sonal Singh ji has promoted this dance form. Other than Bharatnatyam, now she is being known for Odissi more than Bharatnatyam. So it is the hard work of all the gurus, their disciples, eminent dancers, that still it is being practiced. And you all have to preserve it. That is why this kind of programs are being organized in universities and educational institutions. Now, I don't know how much time do I have. I can. One more item. Can I show? So I'll show you a bit of Ashtapadi. I should do some Ashtapadi, but a very small piece. That is, I'll show you the Dheera Samire Yamuna. So I will show you the Dheera Samire Yamuna Tire Vasati Vane Vanamali. Abhimani Nayak Krishna, waiting for Radha to come. And before that it was the Khandita Nayika. And now Krishna has sent Sakhi to bring Radha on the river bank, and Krishna is waiting. So Sakhi is going and calling Krishna. Sakhi is going and calling Radha, come, please go and meet Krishna. Has been waiting for you for a long time in the river bank. And go and Yamuna bank and go and meet him. Remove all your attire, remove all your ornaments, because it will make sound if you go. So I will show the beginning of the Dheera Samire Yamuna.
Dheera Samire
Other verses also, Nama Sametam, Kita Sanketam. So this is the short glimpse of Ashtapadi I showed. Dhira Samire Yamuna Thire. Similarly, Dashavatar is one. So I'll show a bit of Dashavatar.
ग्लानिर्भवति भारत अभ्युत्थानं धर्मस्य तदात्मानं सृजाम्यहं परित्राणाय साधूनां विनाशाय च धर्मं संस्थापनार्थाय संभवामि युगे युगे। कृष्णे धरणी धारणीण चक्रागरिष्ठे केशवधीर कच्छपरूप जय जगदीश हरे वसति दशन शिखरे धारणी लग्ना शशिनी कलंक कलेवानिमग्न केशव धीर सुकर रूप जय जगदीश हरे तव कर कमल वरे नाखमद्भुत शृङ्गं गलित हिरण कशिपुरलिङ्गं केशवधीर नरहरिरूप जय जगदीश
Since you are the theatre students sitting here, I thought to show a bit of the Dashavatara, where you can see the theatrical aspect of the dance, that is the Abhinaya. So, before I end up with a bhajan, Vaishnava Janata Tene Kahiye, which is being actually choreographed by me. You all know about the bhajan, no need to explain it.